Crunch subscribers. How are you doing this evening? The storm has hit. It is lashing down outside. And I thought I'd come on here and make everyone feel better. And we'd talk about England. We'd talk about the Ashes. And we'd just have an overview of the whole series and maybe what we think is going to happen next for England, for McCullum, Stokes, Key, and all that jazz. Anyway, cheers for watching. If you're watching live, get involved in the comments. If not, get your comments in on YouTube in the comments section. We'll go 50 likes on here. I know the cricket videos are not quite so popular. Hit the subscribe, turn on your notifications bell, and head over to the Bad Shirt Club website if you're looking for a shirt, a jacket, a bucket hat, anything a little bit out of the ordinary. Have a look over there. Use the code TSC30 at the checkout. You get 30% off. There's also a little video I done from last night when I went to the Hill Dickinson Stadium to watch Everton Wolves. Just my thoughts. Probably about a 3-4 minute video. So go and have a look at that. Hit the like button on that as well. Jack is in. Good evening. But yeah, it is over. England, a 5-wicket defeat in Sydney in the early hours of this morning. Aussies chasing 160, got over the line. They had a few sort of wobbles, didn't they? They were 120 for 5, but Alex Carey and Cam Green got them over the line. Mike is in. Mike likes always to be right, everyone. So there he is. He says 4-1 to Australia. So Mike is the cricket connoisseur. We'll look forward to your cricket live, Mike, sometime soon on Fisherman's Blues. If you don't follow Mike, go and follow his channel, subscribe, and get involved. And Mike, while you're in here, hit the like button. And Jack, hit the like button. We've got 6 people watching in live. So all hit the thumbs up button now. It would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Mike says, don't want to steal me thunder. So funny old series. I don't think England have been absolutely dreadful. We've had absolute brain farts along the way. If we go back to Perth, obviously we were 100 runs ahead with 9 wickets left in that second session on day 2. And then we proceeded to literally throw the test away. And that's probably where we were to start with if we could have won that one. If buts and maybes, yeah, it's probably a case of that. Australia, I don't think this is a great Australian team. Obviously, Travis Head, star man for them with a bat, over 600 runs. Alex Carey was excellent with the gloves. And Mitchell Starc was excellent with the ball. He got man of the series. Travis Head got man of the match in this test in Sydney. Obviously, England posted just over 380, didn't we? Joe Root with a masterclass, his second Ashes 100 down under. So really poor at times. Never felt we're good enough, says Mike. Yes. Anyway, 16 live. Yeah, get involved in the comments. This is a cricket pod. It's not a football one. Phil says, one obvious highlight was the performance of Jacob Bethel. How lovely it was to see his family and how proud they were. Big up to Joe Root, but overall we just fell short when it mattered. I think Joe Root scored 400 runs in the series. He was England's top scorer. Wasn't really a series for the batsmen if we look at it. Obviously, Root scored 2 centuries. Obviously, Bethel with his 150 in the second innings. And realistically, obviously, they talent ID Jacob Bethel from a long time ago. You know, you've seen the pictures when he was a kid with Joe Root, and they've known about his talent. For me, they obviously played 3 tests last winter in New Zealand, and obviously scored 3 second innings 50s. He got a 90 there, and really, he should have been in the team in the summer. I know he was obviously away with the IPL to start with when we played Zimbabwe, and Pope come in and got 170. Craig is in. He says, time to go for McCullum and Key, and I'm so glad the pennies finally dropped with Pope. Yeah, but getting back to Zimbabwe, Pope scores 170, then he stays in the team. That test match really shouldn't have even been taken into consideration. Look, probably Bethel should have come back and he should have been straight in the team. But if we really believed in him, we should have been playing him last summer. It was a wasted 5 tests with Pope. I mean, Pope, he's a very fine player. All these players playing at this level are very talented cricketers, and you can't say they're not. But Ollie Pope, he's had his chance. Zach Crawley, another one. He was averaging 27 in this series, career average of just over 30. So I think probably the experiment with him when he's played, 50, 60 test matches now has probably come to an end. Because like NASA said, I was watching the Sky podcast, he's probably going to end up playing 90 tests and averaging 30. So do you stick with him? Is there going to be a sign of improvement? Can he push his average up? I don't think he can. But Bethel should have been in last summer. Now he's got in the team. He's batting at 3, obviously, and he just played a proper innings. Proper innings, blocked the good balls, hit the bad balls, and he looked absolutely superb. Not a bad little bowler with his little left arm spinner, so there's something in his armoury that he can probably work on and improve on. But I'm looking forward to seeing Jacob Bethel in the next few years, how he progresses. But we've dropped a lot of catches. I think it's 36 in the last 2 series. We haven't got a fielding coach. We've had 3 bowling coaches in the last year. So when you come into plans with the bowlers, everyone has different ideas. Obviously, McCullum and Key, it looks like they're going to stay. Obviously, Ben Stokes he's going to stay in here as captain. But he is breaking down his body, and again, his groin went into this test match. He was out on the field on day 5, but he didn't have a great series of the bat. I think he got 180 runs, averaging 18, got a couple of half centuries in there, bowled really, really well. Bowling highlight for me was obviously Josh Tongue with his, I think he took 18 wickets, 49 wickets now in 9 test matches. So he really should have played from the start. I know that's in hindsight, but I think I did message my mate Charlie saying it should have been really, I think Tongue should have been in from the start. They took a massive gamble with Mark Wood, didn't they? And Jofra to a lesser extent, because obviously Archer had done a lot of rehab. But Mark Wood, for me, that's him done in the red ball. Maybe he gets fit again and he can play some short form cricket. But as far as the red ball goes, I think that's him done. And then we come on to pork pie brain Harry Brook. Obviously, news broke this morning about his little misdemeanor. Mike Baker says, you ain't winning in Australia if you can't struggle to bat, struggle to bowl, and drop 15 catches. We won't hit the heights until we sort out the openers. Crawley and Duckett really said, Phil. I think Duckett gets another go, Phil. I'm not chucking him out. I'm not binning him. I think he's always going to struggle out with his technique in Australia, but he'll be back over here in the summer. The pitches don't bounce so much, and I think he'll be all right. But I'm not chucking Duckett out just yet. We can't have a complete bin everybody off, because this happens every single series when we go down under. So I'm not chucking Ben Duckett out just yet. But yeah, Brook had an altercation in New Zealand with a bouncer. Wasn't being let into a nightclub on the eve of the final one-day international out there. He's been fined 30 grand. Warned about his future conduct. I think he's on the last warning. Come on, Harry, you're better than that. I was going to say use your brain, but we have actually seen in this series some of the dismissals with Harry Brook, to a lesser extent later on in the series. I think he got a lot of 40s and 30s and starts, didn't he? But he never got 80 odd in this test. He should have probably got a ton, which he didn't. But you could say he needs to sort of maybe think a little bit more. Jamie Smith, another one. Space cadet between the ears for me. I mean, the shot he played off Labuschagne, it absolutely beggars belief. But then you see Will Jacks playing one on day 4 when we just lost Brook, and he's trying to hit Bo Webster out of the SCG and just picks out the fielder in the deep second ball. And we were then 40 ahead. If we'd have got another 50, 60 runs here, I think we're really competitive. But it's like McCullum said, not a bad score we got, but we just dropped too many catches. Still keep bowling Bryden Castle with a new ball, which makes me scratch my head. Matt Potts was probably it was always going to end that way with him. He's not played any competitive cricket as he chucked him in, and he was sort of all over the shop. But Australia, good evening, Keith. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're really good. Australia deserve winners, deserve winners. Not a great Aussie side. Obviously, Smith got another Test century in this Test. Joe Root now up to 41 Test centuries, less than 2,000 behind Tendulkar. Steve Smith, I think that was his 13th Ashes century. He's just keeps going, then he just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. Trev says Aussie's better in every department, especially the fielding. Doctor's in. Dr. Zach King, hope you're good, mate. And Australia were better. They were better in all departments than England, but I still think it's a missed opportunity. Not saying we were going to win, but I think we should have been a lot more competitive, but we just didn't. We didn't prepare, did we? Didn't prepare correctly. As they say, failure to prepare to fail. And I think that's what's happened. But will they learn? Agnew did sort of ask Baz, would he sort of adapt? He's quite arrogant, I think, Brendan McCullum. I like him, but sometimes I think you can't just keep saying we do this, we play one way. But frustrating. So it looks as he's going to survive and Rob Key's going to survive. Obviously, T20 World Cup coming up in February. So it's going to be key for McCullum to have a good tournament. Mr. Fidget says, Phil, regards to Steve Smith. But, yep, 4-1 Australia. England, we did win a Test match, but it sort of papered over the cracks a little bit. And I think if we'd have won this Test, there'd have been a lot of people sort of maybe getting away with it a little bit. So, in a way, I'm glad that Australia won. It's interesting to see what happens next. Let's see what happens next with regards to McCullum. Let's see what happens in the summer. Obviously, I think it's June, New Zealand. So, we've got a little time off now between then. Obviously, county season starts in April. So, let's see if they will take any notice of county performances early. A lot of talent in the county game. Let's see if some of them get a go. But cheers for watching. Like I say, 50 likes on this stream. If you're watching now, please hit the like button. If you're watching back, hit the like button. Turn on your notifications bell. Hit subscribe also. Share with any of your mates who likes cricket, who likes football, and just likes chatting like me. But cheers for watching, everybody. Stay safe in the storms. It's going to be rough out there wherever you are. But cheers for watching, and we will see you on the next stream.